Assalamu alaikum everybody, my name's Sam and a very warm welcome back to another video here on the Arabic with Sam channel. One of the biggest issues that our students have with learning the Arabic language is that sometimes the resources that they're using aren't very innovative. You know, really we've been learning the Arabic language for literally thousands of years, people all over the world have been, and the resources haven't really changed that much. You know, we have a teacher delivering information and you might do exercises or engage with it a little bit, but really there's not been many people who have really taken it upon themselves to raise money, organise a team, you know, implement science and technology to really bring Arabic language learning to a whole new level. And the CEO of Arabic Workshop, Ryan, who's a good friend of mine, and I also had him on the Arabic with Sam podcast recently, you can go check it out, it's the most recent episode. You know, we had a real amazing opportunity to explore Arabic Workshop. So in this video I want to introduce it to you and I want to give you a product demo. Ryan's given me access to the product, so I'm going to take you inside my phone and show you the app. I'm going to show you what it looks like on my tablet and on desktop as well, and we'll really get into it and why it is such an amazing resource. So before we actually go inside the app and have a look at the student experience when we're actually inside it, I'd like to tell you a little bit about the methodology behind it, because, you know, the team at Arabic Workshop, they started from a really interesting place. You know, most Arabic teachers, myself included, we start from a position of what can I offer? We start from a position of what information do I have in my brain that I can give. But at Arabic Workshop, the team didn't really start like that. They started the opposite way round. They started with, okay, what gap is there? What's the problem? What do students not have that we can provide them, rather than what can I give them, regardless of whether they really need it or not. So what did they spot? You know, if you go onto their website, arabicworkshop.com, you'll see that something that they really promote is listening. You know, it's really entrenched in the science of learning a language that listening is the fundamental skill for learning a language. And it's absolutely true that most courses out there, mine included, really focus on reading. And with this listening, you know, it's actually something that can be bolted onto whatever course you have available. You know, it would make much more financial sense for a company to create their own big course and have their own big resources. But at Arabic Workshop, they didn't do that. At Arabic Workshop, they thought, how can we collaborate with these amazing reading courses that are out there already? Arabic in 60 Steps program, Medina Book program, Gateway program, whatever, right? And they can kind of bolt on something to just really bring the language to life a little bit and bring it into a listening world to develop all the other skills. And thus the team at Arabic Workshop created the world's first ever Arabic language listening library, leveraging all the different kinds of educational technology to really get this information into our brains and into our long-term memory. So let me take you inside the app to show you what I mean. Okay, so let's have a look at the mobile. I wanted to show you the mobile phone first because frankly, in the world, we live on our mobile phones, don't we? So, you know, if an Arabic language resource can really get it right, you know, making the functionality really nice for the students on a mobile, I think that's something really powerful, and it's definitely something that Arabic Workshop have really put some time and effort into. So you can see on my phone here I have a little icon. You know, it appears just like a little app on here, and you can also have that on your tablet and on your desktop as well. I'll kind of show you how that works later on in the video. But so you come in, and first of all, you have these two kind of little things here. I mean, they're number one to show you how long you've actually spent on the app that day, and then how long your however many days streak. You know, it's kind of reminded me a little bit like what Duolingo have done. You know, they kind of implement a bit of gamification in their resources, which is quite cool. But Arabic Workshop have done that too. That's really nice. So that's the first thing that you see when you come in, and you have these little icons along the bottom. So let's just explore these a little bit. So this one will come from right to left. This is just notifications, right? Like you'll get notifications on here, perhaps for things like updates and stuff like that. You come to your profile, have a little picture. You can sign up for their newsletter, you know, if you want, and then you just put other information on your dashboard and you can see their terms and conditions and everything like that inside here too. So playlists, I think this is an addition that they're going to sort out later on, but let me get out of that. Playlists are coming soon. And, okay, so this is the main bit, you know, this is where all the magic happens, right? So in here you kind of have the library, and recently the team over at Arabic Workshop deliberately made this into like a Netflix way of navigating it, because it just makes it so much easier to see what the levels are and stuff. And the levels, you know, as you can see, go from level 1 all the way up to level 15, and you know, there's some really, really nice progression. You know, if we just got to level 13, you can see here, like this is a lesson about swimming. They're all in Arabic at this point, but if we go right back to the beginning, so let's go to level 1. And so this first lesson is called The Correct Answer. And, you know, and as you can kind of see up here, you have where you left off, right? So I was doing a lesson earlier called At the Greengrocers. And so you see you see the lessons that you've started and everything, and just make sure you complete them. When you complete them, you'll see a nice little tick. It's quite satisfying when you get loads of ticks on your account. So, so let's have a look at it. Let's have a look at one lesson so we can kind of demonstrate how it works together. Okay, so this is what you see when you come into one of the lessons, and all of the lessons are like this. So we have a video here. It's about 1 minute. Some of the videos are a little bit longer than that, but typically, I mean, you can really cover a hell of a lot of language in 1 minute. You know, don't think that that means that not very much language is covered in each lesson. I mean, if you were just to listen to 1 minute of this video of me speaking in English, I'd probably use like 100 words or something in a minute. So, so there's plenty to be covered. So let's maybe try it. Let's listen to how it goes, because all the components of these resources have had so much time and effort put into them. You know, like there are, you know, all of these designs are bespoke designs by a professional illustrator. The voiceovers are all done by native speakers, a part of the team who live in the Middle East. And so let's just witness it a little bit. Let's listen.
الجواب الصحيح. هذا الدرس بسيط والواجب سهل أيضا. بصراحة الواجب صعب. أنا جاهزة للمساعدة يا خلود.
Let's pause it for a sec. So something really cool actually that I've really gone out of their way to do is if we have a look here, you can actually change the speed. You know, this is a function that's really useful on YouTube when you're listening to, you know, whatever, documentaries, interviews, cartoons or whatever in the Arabic language that you can actually do, and it's really nice that they've gone out of their way to do that. So let's slow it down. Okay, so you can hear it's how much slower it is and how much easier to digest it is.
حسناً هذا هو الواجب.
So that will be useful for a lot of beginner students, or you can speed it up. You know, if we go ×2, see what it's like. Let's hear it.
هذا الجواب صحيح أم خاطئ؟ هذا الجواب خاطئ وهذا هو الجواب الصحيح. حق؟ نعم.
I mean, that is on the faster end of how native Arabic speakers will speak, but you may encounter it, and it's also good for those of you students who are a bit more advanced and you just want to progress quicker. So that is what the videos are like. You know, have these whiteboard animations. In a recent episode of the Sam of Somalia show that I did maybe a few weeks ago, I actually managed to sit down with Ryan, who's the CEO of this company, and we just had like kind of a 1 hour long discussion, and we talked loads about kind of the work and the team that's kind of gone into building this resource. So it would be really cool for you to check that out. I'll try to put a card somewhere up in this corner probably. You'll probably see a way for me to link in that. But either way, I'll stick it in the description below, or you go over to the Sam of Somalia channel and you'll be able to see it over there. So anyway, so that's one aspect of each of the lessons. Vocab builder, here's where it gets good. So you'll actually recognise all of the different words that were used in that whole lesson. So let's listen to it.
الجواب الصحيح.
Good.
هذا الدرس بسيط والواجب سهل أيضا.
So you notice as well, something I quite like that they've done is that all of the case endings are pronounced in it, but they're not written. You know, this actually encourages students to have a really important skill, which is actually how the Arabic language is used in real life, right? Like all of the case endings are in there, so everything is very fasih, everything's very in line with what students will need who are studying Arabic for Islamic purposes. But they also kind of develop the skill of reading without harakat, which is really important too. So okay, nice. So you'll have the opportunity to listen to each of these words pronounced individually in the vocab builder. And actually separating the words is sometimes something that students really struggle with. You know, in my experience, I've known lots of students say to me, like when they're listening to Arabic, they find it really hard to like separate where does the ad-darsu separate from the basit and stuff. Like if you're a beginner, then that can be quite tricky. So it's really nice that they've done this. Then if we click on one of these, you actually get to see what is the and what is the lesson, right? So some, you know, Arabic has a habit of doing that, doesn't it? You know, like, you know, so sometimes you'll have a word like, I don't know, often when you have kind of suffixes on the end of words, like an E for like bayti, my house, or ismi, my name. You know, in this vocab builder, it would give you the opportunity to see that actually broken down. So this is what the vocab builder looks like. I mean, in just one of those lessons, how many words do we see? I mean, I don't know, 20 or 30? Maybe 20, 25 words or something like that in one of the very simple lessons. So I've never actually asked the Arabic Workshop team about this, but if we were to look at the whole library, you know, if you were to think like these beginning videos, I'll show you this on my desktop as well in a second, because it's hard to get a real appreciation for how vast this library is, you know, just on mobile. But I'd say there's almost definitely thousands of words in here. Like if you were to actually implement this and use it alongside your course, whether it be my program, the Arabic in 60 Steps program, or whatever other course you're using, it's a very, very powerful way to build out your vocab, get more context on the words that you're using and stuff like that. So that's really cool. Yeah, so that's what it looks like on mobile. I think it'd be nice for me to just show you quickly what it looks like on tablet, and I'll show you what it looks like on desktop as well. So regardless of what kind of device you're using, you'll get to see what a cool resource it is and how easy it is to navigate. So the appearance of it on tablet isn't a whole lot different to mobile really, other than that it's just bigger, which is really nice as well. I mean, it's nice to just have it bigger. If you're studying on a tablet, that's really cool too. But we actually come into one of the lessons. It looks relatively similar. It's the format is the same, but I really just wanted to bring you inside of my tablet just to show you how nice the format is and how easy it is to navigate inside a tablet as well. So let's go over to desktop, and that's probably the last thing that we'll do, inshallah, before we just conclude this little video. So here we are inside my desktop. We're actually just looking at the website, arabicworkshop.com. But I just wanted to show you around the website first of all before I actually show you what it looks like actually inside the app on desktop. So this is what you'll see. We'll maybe talk a little bit about the pricing in a second, but you can find that out yourself anyway. So there's loads of information on this website about the product and the research that's gone into it and why it's particularly effective. So when you guys become members, inshallah, you'll just come down to here to start listening today and you'll get started. I'm already logged in, but so I'll go straight into my account anyway. So if I click started, it'll open up a new tab. And so this is the app. Right, so you'll see that 11 minutes well spent. Thank you very much. 1 day streak so far, and then it's very similar, just kind of a landscape version of what we saw in my mobile phone and in the tablet. But I particularly wanted to show you this, right? Like when we actually come into the library, you get a better appreciation of just how vast it is. Like when you actually have the desktop open and you get to see how far these lessons all go across and the range of topics that there are. I mean, let's just read some out so you can just get an idea of how vast they go. So we actually started with the correct answer: a golden star, the passport, the beautiful picture at the stationery shop, the gift, I'm a foreigner, cartoon movie, the new doctor, pleased to meet you, cleaning, the beautiful child, all the way down 150 videos later, all the way down to all kinds of lessons down here, right? We've got tons of them all the way down here. So yeah, تخرجت, like when he graduated, all kinds of other lessons, right? That are all the way down here. A cinema, about going to the cinema, and all of these things are actually fully in the Arabic language. So there's such an enormous library here of resources, and as I mentioned, like Arabic Workshop, one of their main objectives is to really map their resources to a particular grammar course that you might be doing. So at the moment I'm working with them, with my flagship program, the Arabic in 60 Steps program, to kind of map all of these lessons and jumble them up in the correct way that they're perfectly conducive to consume alongside the Arabic in 60 Steps program. Like the concepts of grammar that we cover map perfectly to different lessons and build out your vocab on top of each of those lessons too. So it's really cool. It's really cool that the real lengths that they've gone to. So that's what it looks like inside. Let's just run through the others. So playlists are coming soon. Playlists, I mean, like the team at Arabic Workshop, they're always taking your feedback. Like if you become a member, you will have a very you'll really have the ability to contact them and to give your feedback, because even though this project has been kind of a lot of work and they have a team and a lot of research has gone into it, they're constantly really hungry for the consumers to actually just tell them about how the experience is and what might improve it. So yeah, so you'll have lots of opportunity to do that. And it's also why in this video, usually in a review video or a demo video, I would try to give like positives and negatives, but it's difficult to give negatives as such, because anything that I did give and have given to them, it's really just feedback for them to build upon. So yeah, so anyway, so playlists are one of the new things that they're bringing, and I assume what they're going to be doing is if you're interested in a particular topic, right? Like if you're particularly interested in building your vocabulary around education, perhaps you wanted to go and teach in the Arab world or something, you might be able to have lessons from level 1, from level 4, from level 8, from level 12, and from level 7 in here. Have a playlist specifically about education rather than them organised in difficulty as such, but perhaps it's something like that. Notifications we talked about, your profile we talked about. So yeah, so that's the majority of it, right? That was mainly what I wanted to show you. But if we can come back to the website just for a second. So all this information, you can have a look at the testimonials and what other people have been saying about it, and number of users and about the research behind it. But just a couple of things to tell you about. The pricing is a bit crazy, really. Like, it's so affordable, mashallah. Like, the team over there have gone to such great lengths to keep this pricing so affordable and so easy just to bolt onto your studies for the enormous amount of value that comes with it. I think it's a bit crazy, and I think actually in the episode of my podcast that I recorded with Ryan, I think I might have offended him because I called it a pittance what he was what he was charging. And anyway, like that, it's no risk anyway because there's a 30-day money back guarantee if you were to invest in the yearly plan or the lifetime plan. But that's not really what this video is about the money. I just kind of wanted to mention that as a person myself who was, promoted and sold and even enrolled on a number of Arabic courses myself, this is one of the things that really sticks out to me the most, just how affordable these guys have made it. But lastly, okay, there's one last thing that I want to talk to you guys about. So, despite just having talked about how affordable this product is already, I thought I'd try my best to twist their arm even further, just to give us a little bit of a discount. I think I really want to show my appreciation to my audience, so whenever we have sponsors, we have partners or anything on this channel, and indeed on the Sam of Somalia channel, I always kind of go above and beyond to try to make sure I can give you something to bring you more value from a particular organisation or project or company or whatever. So the guys at Arabic Workshop have agreed to give all of you a 10% discount with this coupon code, so please don't forget to use Arabic with Sam 10 to get 10% off whatever package you get yourself involved in. So that's everything for this video. Please to make the most of that, use the link in the description below, and then at checkout you can just use Arabic with Sam 10. So that's everything for this video. Please do engage in the discussion in the comments section beneath this video. If there's anything you'd like to ask about Arabic Workshop, I'm sure a number of the members of the team of Arabic Workshop will have their eye on this video and be really, really happy to answer any of your questions as well about, the functionality of it, any questions you have about the actual building of it itself. But as I mentioned earlier in this video as well, you do have the option to go over to, actually not even just on the Sam of Somalia channel, it's actually available on this channel as well. The full 1 hour conversation that I had with Ryan, who I mentioned is the CEO and one of the co-founders of Arabic Workshop. So if you want to listen to that and learn more about kind of the inspiration and the reasons and the real hard work that's gone into building this resource, then go over and check that out. Either way, make sure you check out their website at arabicworkshop.com or just use the link in the description below. Alright guys, have an amazing weekend. Assalamu alaikum.